What's going on, y'all? DHR2 Productions back with a brand new video. So this time we're going to be talking about the Kevin Smith Chronicles continues on. Continue on. So ever since he put out He-Man Masters of the Revelations, let's just say the show did not turn out so well. From 5 episodes in, being woke as it is, it's completely garbage, and a lot of people hated it. And then you got some people that support the wokeness. They actually liked it. Nothing cringed in that. So we're gonna go to this article in a few moments. So if you guys are new to my channel and if you haven't subscribed, make sure you click the notification bell. And do not forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok as well. So let's get to the article as I share this video or share the screen. So y'all see this article, right? You see the name of the video or the stream. Well, we're about to drop some quote unquote knowledge from Kevin Smith. Not really. All right, so we're not going to be focusing on this topic right here. So we're going to be focusing on Masters of the Universe Revelation. So Netflix Masters of the Universe Continuation Revelation was just released on July 23rd, and yet the backlash to the thing that just begun has already arrived. In a new interview with Variety, Masters of the Universe Revelation, showrunner Kevin Smith responded to the fan complaints about the series. I know there's some people that are like, hey man, this show is woke, Smith said. I'm like, all right, great. Then so was the original cartoon where effing sequelizing? Go watch it again. And there are girls in every episode. Deal with it. That part right there, that really makes no sense at all, because when he says sequelizing, and even though the original version had a lot of female characters on the show, at least they didn't go full woke like you have. So you steady telling the fans to grow up, but the only people that need to grow up is you, because you give us something that we despise when it comes to politics being put in cartoons, films, animation, and shows, etc. Nobody asked for this, first of all. Nobody wanted this. Yet the trailer looks interesting. Only thing I like about it was the animations. But the story and the show itself was not good. I mean, whether you realize it or not. So instead of telling, fans to grow up, you need to look in yourself in the mirror and realize that the crap that you put out on Netflix, I don't even think that, nobody wants to watch it again. So the next time you want to put a show about He-Man or whichever 80s cartoon franchises that you touch, make sure that you don't put politics in it. So, especially if you're telling the fans to deal with the politics, deal with the wokeness, now you're just driving people away. You can't do that, bro. A bit of background might be in order. Masters of the Universe Revelation is not a reboot of the beloved pedal IP, but rather a continuation of it. In the interest of making the franchise feel more consequential, the show features some bold storytelling swings. In the series' first episode, both He-Man and Skeletor are killed, leaving Eternia void of magic, with He-Man absent, save from the flashbacks. The character of Teela steps into the protagonist's void. Now, Teela was the worst addition of the show. I did not like how they wrote her in the show. It was full of politics. It was woke like none other. And not to mention, she was the biggest jerk of them all, getting mad at everybody for keeping this quote unquote secret about Anna becoming He-Man, which did not happen on the show or to the 2002 remaster. So the fact that they wanted to have her become this jerk, still mad at everybody because of this daggone secret. Seriously. All right, me stuck in my teeth. Probably a piece of salad. Getting back on topic. Look, like I said, Teela was the worst character. Almost every character that was in the show was garbage. And I don't like what they did to He-Man, killing him 3 times in part 1. 3 times. And you wonder why people are having a hard time accepting this crap. And like I said, nobody asked for this show in the first place. Nobody wanted this garbage because it was politics. Though Masters of the Universe Revelation was designed to please fans of the franchise, some of those fans took to social media to voice their displeasure with the sidelining of He-Man in favor of Teela. If this all sounds to you like a fairy tale, like a fairly predictable cycle of the internet outrage, then you'll be right. It's so predictable, in fact, that while Smith's interview with Variety came before the series even premiered, he was able to respond ahead of the time to likely fan complaints. In addition to permanently swaying off complaints of executive wokeness, Smith also addressed the concerns over Masters of the Universe Revelations' big storytelling gambit. So even he knew about this whole thing, but I feel like he was just doing damage control when it comes to the series. If I had a feeling that He-Man was going to end up being replaced, being sidelined, I would never watch this show. But my dumb self was dumb enough to watch the show anyway. But honestly, I regret watching the show. I really did. Somebody from my He-Man review actually gave me some advice. If you see something woke, don't watch, and I'm gonna take that consider it. So for that, I'll thank you for waking me up. Because this show was a disaster. It was a mistake from the begin with. And Kevin Smith should have never touched this franchise in the first place. Heck, I was watching some live reviews of the show, and one of the guests, I think his name was the Angry Mexican, and he was very pissed off about it. And I don't blame him one bit. A lot of people were agreeing with him. They understood his frustrations, and there's a reason why people did not want to watch this garbage in the first place. And it was an insult to the He-Man fans of the 80s franchise. You know what? If there is a reboot that I would highly recommend is the 2002 version. That reboot is a masterpiece. 10 times better than the Netflix mess. Heck, even Netflix, admitted that the show was crap and they wanted off their platform. So Kevin Smith better understand what the fans are coming from with this. You telling people that they need to accept politics into this crap, then you're the problem. And this is what he also had to say. I see people online go, hey man, they're getting rid of He-Man. I said, Like, you really effing think Metal Television, who hired me and paid me money, wanted to do an effing Masters of the Universe show without He-Man? Grow the F up, man. Like, that blew my mind. A bunch of people being like, oh, I smell it. This is a bait and switch. And indeed it was. And for him to cuss the fans off, telling them to grow up, while he should have been mad enough to take accountability for his actions and let the fans know that how stupid he was to put this show on Netflix and apologize for his doing. So instead of you blaming the fans, you need to blame yourself and take accountability for your actions and put this on Netflix with there's politics in it that was never needed in the first place. Like, if you were the owner and the writer of the show, you need to take criticism and learn how to understand fans' point of view so you can grow even a better person or a better director or showrunner for that matter. Or whichever case might be, learn from your mistakes and get better. Don't sit there and just blame the fans and take your frustration out on them because they criticize your show for being woke. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Not one to mince words, Smith added that those complaints about the He-Man Teela twist don't understand the point of. No, first of all, how you go to sit there and say that fans don't understand the plot point of Masters of the Universe? We understand how woke the show was, and you blatantly replace He-Man and have him sidelined for what? Favor of Teela? And the fact that you gave her a haircut, just, you know, here's the one thing I cannot stand the most about cartoons in general and Hollywood in general. They will find ways to create female characters with smaller haircuts to know that if it's woke, that's how you know things are not looking so right after all. Come on. Am I right or wrong about this? It's been interesting seeing who truly is a hardcore fan, because anybody that's like, oh man, that's not enough He-Man or something like that, doesn't understand the show that we based it on. There were episodes where he lost the sword and he never became He-Man. It wasn't like He-Man always saved the day. His friends helped him. That was the effing point of the show. No, it wasn't the point. It was a Teela show. And there you go lying again about it. I thought this reboot was about He-Man, not having him sound like to act. Yeah, this part right here makes me question. This is what threw me off the most. Right here. You see that? It wasn't like him saving the day. His friends helped him. That was the point. No, it wasn't. It wasn't the point of the show. It was about a Teela show being all bulky and looking like Brock Lesnar's daughter. I mean, Jesus Christ, Cameron, like, you need to stop lying. Own it. Own your mistakes. Jesus. Oh my God. My voice keeps cracking. I don't know. Smith's ability to anticipate the Masters of the Universe backlash before it even arrives, speaks to his long history dealing with fandom. Though he began his career writing and directing films like Clerks, Mallrats, and Chasing Amy. Smith has often approached material from a fan's perspective, references to other films and comics pepper his early work. He also gotten to try his hands at a comic writing with a well-regarded runs on Daredevil, Green Lantern, and Batman. He should have stayed at the comic book side. He should have stayed in the comic side and kept his hands off of He-Man Masters of the Revelation that is currently on Netflix right now. He should have kept his hands on the comic side instead of touching, a showrunner side. And we all know how the show turn out, right? Of late, however, Smith has enjoyed an unofficial role as a professional lover for things, whether that be Marvel movies, DC TV shows, or even Canadian high school dramas. In addition to his artistic capabilities, that outlook is particularly what drew He-Man's uh caretakers to Smith in the first place, along with his, let's say, blunt approach to dealing with the bad faith criticism. I mean, we all know that some celebrities don't know how to take criticism. It's ridiculous, bro. Like, so yeah, that's it for the article. I mean, if y'all want an article, I'll put it in the description so y'all can check it out for yourselves and let me know what are your thoughts on Kevin Smith's continuation of being the liar that he is. Like I said, Kevin Smith needs to stop. Stop lying to the fans. Be honest with yourself. Learn how to take accountability for your actions, and then maybe, just maybe, you can learn a thing or two about what you learned from season 1 of Masters of the Universe Revelation, and not add too much politics into your show. That way, you can learn how to be a better a better showrunner. I just don't understand Hollywood and celebrities in general. Mary Morrison, what's up? Nice to see you. Well, if I were you, do not watch it. The show sucks. It's terrible. I would not recommend it. Sean Franklin, what's up? All right, so I think that's going to be it. Thank you all for coming out and reading this article with me. Like I said, if you want it, it will be in the description below. So don't forget, if you guys are brand new to my channel, make sure you subscribe right now. And do not forget to hit me. Well, do not forget to hit me up on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok as well. So, yeah, no problem, man. So, with that being said, I'm out of here. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I got church in the morning.